Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke. And today is Saturday, the 21st of December, 2024, or the 21st of November, and the 12th year of Chongnol Cook. And you can see I've put there Melbourne because my understanding is that tomorrow is Anshil, and so the person that usually does Sunday is moved to Saturday, and that's someone from Melbourne. And I haven't found out who that was, but I have something just in case. Anyway, so thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Champulinge, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 1. 전일국 주인 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이사인 시산천국과 전산천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 1. Our family, the owner of Chongguk, pledges to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation, by centering on true love. Thank you. I'd like to ask Mark Burfield if you could offer the opening prayer, please.
Please join with me as I pray. Our dearest Heavenly Parent and our beloved true parents, we greet you this beautiful new morning to begin this day. We are very grateful for our lives, that we live on this beautiful universe and world that you've created for us. And we want to express our appreciation and to live in this world as you originally intended, so that we can really be happy and experience your love and to reciprocate love to you and to be people of joy and happiness. But very tragically, since the beginning of humankind, this has not been the reality. There's been so much suffering that's been endured, and you have been persevering throughout the human history to bring about the original ideal world, to create the circumstances whereby your original ideal world can be realized. Jesus came on the earth as the only begotten Son, and he was meant to be blessed with the only begotten daughter 2,000 years ago, but the environment, the situation was not there for that to happen. So yet again, there was a prolongation until this time. And now we live in that time where the only begotten daughter is on the earth, and the only begotten daughter has been blessed through the marriage supper of the Lamb with our true Father. And now your original ideal world can be established. People can be born without the original sin and become your true children. So we want to really appreciate that we have this opportunity, that we live in this time. We are soon celebrating the birth of Jesus, the Christmas Day. Also this weekend, there's the Chombo event centered on the Philippines for the Asia Pacific region. We want to pray for our preparation, also for the entrance into the John Wongung in General Sanctum in April next year. Many incredible things happening at this time. We also realize that, of course, with all these blessings, there's also many things that need to be overcome, and we want to do our best to fulfill our portion of responsibility to help to alleviate your suffering and bring about the ideal world. Of this prayer and report of Mark, pray in the name of Mark and Masako Berthold of a blessed central family. Arju.
Thank you. And is there anyone from Melbourne that's prepared? If not, that's okay. I know with doing the Chongsong Vigil Prayer last night, it's always difficult for people to be ready on Saturday. So I will, I will just share something, and I hope everyone gains something from it. So this is from the Chambumo Gyong, and it's section 2, the Holy Marriage, blessing of the parents of heaven and earth, opening the gates of Chongyalguk, and the enthronement ceremony of the king and queen of blessed families. And so this part here is the Holy Marriage blessing, opening the gates of Chongyalguk. The Holy Marriage blessing of the parents of heaven and earth and opening of the gates of Chongyalguk was held at the Chomkyong Heaven and Earth Training Center on February 6, 2003. It was True Father's 83rd birthday and True Mother's 60th. The purpose of the marriage blessing ceremony, which began with True Parents' holy wedding in 1960, is to realize God's hope for the salvation of all people, in particular through the holy marriage blessing of the parents of heaven and earth. Opening the gates of Chongyalguk, True Parents open the path for all people of the world to be registered as citizens of Chongyalguk. On that day, True Parents expressed their sincere desire that all humanity become citizens of Chongyalguk, worthy to inherit heaven and earth, and they urged us to do so. So this is the message related to opening the gates of Chongyalguk, and in relation to the holy marriage of 1960, and then we've had the anniversary of that marriage in 64 years later. So this is 2024. So still Mother is preparing, to open those gates, and next year in April, with the opening of the Chongyal Sanctum, that is really the clear opening of God's sovereignty on earth. So I'll just read these. Right now, we have no heavenly nation. It is through the marriage blessing that we can establish it. We must claim it back from Satan by creating an environment beyond the national level in which he and his evil forces can no longer exist anywhere in the world. Because we have been involved with false love, we must recover everything with true love based on the marriage blessing. On all levels, from the individual to the family, tribe, people, and nation, this is what we have to do in order to build the heavenly nation. And so we know this, and this is our mandate, to really witness to people so that they can be blessed, because the blessing enables Chongyalguk to expand. However, we cannot stop only at the level of forming a nation. The fallen parents created hell in the physical world and the spiritual world. Therefore, the true parents must recover all levels: the individual, the family, the tribe, the people, the nation, the world, and the spirit world, and even the archangel in the spirit realm. The way they must recover them is by engrafting their lineage, the lineage of true olive trees, onto the wild olive trees of the fallen lineage. In this way, they will eliminate all the wild olive trees by having them become one with the true olive trees. Even though you have not yet gone over the national level, true parents are now leading a movement to unite the spirit world. I have given the blessing even to those in the spirit world. Your ancestors are in the position of the Cain angelic world, but I am now giving the blessing to those people who have been living like angels without the ideal of it, an eternal partner. Once they receive the blessing, then as blessed families and clans, they can enter Chongal Group. Continue. God could not conduct the holy wedding because he did not have his own nation. This is also the reason his children could not be registered in the heavenly nation. Adam's fall caused God to lose his nation, and because he had no nation in which to conduct the holy wedding, it could not be held. Because there was no holy wedding, God could not register his son and daughter as his true children. And there is no question that earth became Satan's household, over which Satan could exercise virtually absolute authority. This situation must be overcome, not by force, but by digesting it, and then by bringing Satan to voluntary submission. Only when such a foundation is secured can God return his original ideal, for which he had created heaven and earth with his love at the center, to its starting point, and then expand it to every corner of the world. This is the way he can claim supremacy over heaven and earth. With Adam's fall, everything fell away from God. Therefore, Adam, after reaching perfection, had to hold the enthronement ceremony of God's kingship. On the basis of this, he conducted the holy marriage blessing of the parents of heaven and earth, opening the gates of Chongal Group. And so, we had the blessing in 1960, and then the blessing again in 2003, and then the blessing of Chongal Group will soon come. So, Heavenly Father, we, the true parents, embracing the cosmos, have joined as husband and wife in marriage through the holy marriage blessing of the parents of heaven and earth, opening the gates of Chongal Group. In this way, we are able to establish the tradition of true parents, who, in realizing the original ideal of creation, both in heaven and on earth, are fulfilling the hope that you have long cherished in your heart. Having already taken steps to liberate heaven and earth, now with this ceremony, we have begun building the framework of the heavenly nation, where blessed families can enter for the first time. All blessed families on earth, having inherited true love, true life, and true lineage, are in the position of Abel. The blessed families in heaven and all the human ancestors are Jinn, the position of Cain. May those in the spirit world support the blessed families on earth. May God and all the saints, sages, and good spirits in heaven also support the blessed families on earth. May all the blessed families on earth, in the position of the younger brother, attend those in the spirit world as their older brother, and bring the total victory of oneness between heaven and earth. May the entire creation receive them. The blessed families bonded in lineage with the true parents, who can embrace the whole cosmos and all its creatures from the smallest to the largest, granting their ensuing generations of offspring eternal liberation and the supreme victory of love. Through them, may all creation experience the joy of original life and the abundance of original happiness. O God, you gave us life that we could become the true parents. May you absorb even our bodies, if that is what it takes to bring unity among all the blessed families who are centered on true parents' love, and bring unity between them and all others in the entire universe, that they may be as one. We thank you that we can offer ourselves as your created beings so that we may cross the threshold of a new age, and so that we may bind ourselves to Chongyalguk, the liberated realm of the blessing. So here we can start to see and understand a more deeper meaning of the Chongyalguk. You know, Father and Mother are explaining that, you know, we need to truly be the expansion of true parents' love, and that we need to deeply unite together as one, and that by becoming one, you know, we can enter this new age, this age of Chongyalguk, this age of blessing, this age where everyone can embody, you know, not only our own love for our own family, but the true love that comes from God and true parents, and that oneness of not only the physical realm, but also the spiritual realm. And that's why it says, we thank you that we can offer ourselves as your created beings so that we may cross the threshold of a new age, and so that we may bind ourselves to Chongyalguk, the liberated realm of the blessing. So we are blessed, but still not one. As we know, Adam and Eve that fell were meant to grow to the top of the completion stage and become one with God, and then bless in marriage as true parents. But that didn't happen because Adam and Eve fell at the top of the growth stage, not the completed stage. And therefore, they started a family without being one with each other, without being one with God. And therefore, you know, the kingdom, well, the hell on earth occurred, and the kingdom was frustrated and left unachieved. And so with true parents, the blessing, the realm of the blessing, is Chongyalguk, that blessed families in oneness with true parents can do what is meant. We were blessed at the top of the growth stage because that's where Adam and Eve fell. And so at the top of the growth stage, you know, we all accepted our true parents and understood our heavenly parents' heart, and so we received the blessing. But we need to continue that portion of growth through the completed stage so that we can achieve this oneness. And so Chongyalguk is this new age, this place where we are in Chongyalguk, where we have realized the value of the blessing. And so this is why Chongyalguk is so important, because it's only for blessed families, and it's the place of oneness with God. And continuing, the holy marriage ceremony held today is a joyous event in the spiritual world and the physical world. The true parents of heaven and earth rejoice in their liberation. The incorporeal parent of the cosmos also rejoices in this victory, for it brings him liberation. May all the blessed families of Chongyalguk in both the spiritual world and the physical world unite, centering on the ideal of oneness in heart, oneness in body, oneness in thought, oneness in harmony, and move forward toward the ideal fatherland that you have longed for. May they all become citizens worthy of Chongyalguk, who can inherit the blessed heaven and earth based on the original standard of God's ideal. May they all achieve liberation and complete victory. I proclaim all these things in the name of the parent of the cosmos and the parents of heaven and earth with their special authority and power. And I remember this blessing that took place and seeing the blessing of our father and mother again in 2003, and then also seeing all of us blessed members taking the holy wine again to elevate our blessing to the next stage, the stage of Chongal Guk, with the promise of us becoming blessed families of Chongal Guk, where we, as it says there, we have this oneness in heart, oneness in body, oneness in thought, and oneness in harmony. And so, not only are we one physically and spiritually, but we also one between each other. And so we find that point of harmony is the creation of Chongal Guk. And so may they all become citizens worthy of Chongal Guk, who can inherit the blessed heaven and earth based on the original standard of God's ideal of creation. And so that is our responsibility, to inherit the blessed heaven and earth based on the original standard. And this is what God intended from the very, very beginning of creation. And so Chongal Guk moves us into an interesting era. I was reflecting the other day about the Old Testament, New Testament, and completed Testament, and then Chongal Guk. And when Adam and Eve fell, Israel was formed to be able to receive the only begotten Son. But they didn't recognize Jesus. They didn't know who he was. And so Jesus died and went to the cross because of a lot of ignorance and doubt. And then Christianity emerged, with the mission of not only waiting for Christ's return, but actually preparing the bride. But Christianity failed, as we know, and Unification Church was created. And in our movement, true parents emerged and paid the historic debt. So the Old Testament completed and the New Testament and completed Testament all ended. And that's why we have Chongal Guk, which is heaven on earth as God desired before Adam and Eve fell. And so all of the successes of the first Israel and the second Israel and the third Israel, that is Israel itself and Christianity and the Unification Church, are all combined together to enable Chongal Guk's establishment. And so all of the testaments are fulfilled in Chongal Guk, and they are all manifested as one. And so we need to also manifest as one blessed families centered on and united in oneness with our true parents and our heavenly parent. So continuing, Heavenly Father, on this day, February 6, 2003, may all the blessed families in the spiritual world and the physical world enter Chongal Guk. As these two worlds establish a sibling relationship following the way of the heavenly principle, may all ancestors in the spirit world who stand in Cain's position as well as all families on earth in Abel's position, receive the marriage blessing and become siblings in the true parent's bloodline. Thank you for allowing us to welcome this day when we open heaven and earth to Chongalguk. It marks a new dawn of hope, the start of the recreation of heaven and earth, when the spirit world ancestors in the elder brother's position become the descendants of those in the physical world in the younger brother's position, while those in the physical world become the ancestors of their bloodline based upon their merit as blessed families. So this is really highlighting an enormous responsibility we have as blessed families living in this amazing golden time of our true parents and our true mother as we open Chongalguk. And the Chongal sanctum within the Chongwon Gun represents the central heart, the temple where God can settle and govern together with true parents and together with blessed families who have achieved wonders. And so we have that reversal of roles where the past, Cain, is restored and thereby enabling Abel to take the position of the ancestor of God's bloodline, and for us to create the environment that is the kingdom of heaven on earth. So this is saying that we're having this blessing that on February 6th, it says here, 2003, where we take that position, and this was on the strength of our true parents marriage blessing, because they did again in 2003. In 1960 started the process to bring about the end of Satan's dominion and beginning the tradition of the blessing. And then in 2003, elevated to the Chongalguk level, and still, we're starting to understand that deeper meaning that we are in oneness with God, and our efforts need to ensure that this oneness expands to everyone. And so we need to always remember how incredibly valued we are as blessed families, because we represent, become the ancestors of the bloodline based upon their merit as blessed families. Because we've been given the blessing and we're on this path of becoming one with our true parents, then we have this merit that enables us to be the starting point of the lineage that represents God's lineage multiplying on earth. So continuing, Heavenly Father, I truly want to open wide the gate to Chongalguk, so all families will follow the true parents' tradition and inherit everything from them: their name, their words, their accomplishments, and their victories. Those families will strive to fulfill the ways of filial children, patriots, saints, and divine sons and daughters. I sincerely wish and hope that as they strive to fulfill this ideal, everything that the parent of the cosmos and the parents of heaven and earth desire will be realized. I humbly ask you to make all this happen. So Father is asking our Heavenly Parent for us to inherit everything. And, that's interesting, inherit their name, their words, their accomplishments, their victories. So their name is true parents. The words are the truth. Their accomplishments are substantial giving of the blessing to others. And their victories is that we as blessed families really do succeed in creating that oneness and harmony with our true parents and others. So we do go all those steps, because each of those steps are the steps that the blessed family goes. We go, the way of filial children and patriot saints and divine sons and daughters, and then truly one with God. And so Father is asking that our Heavenly Parent can truly make it all happen. I ask that you give the marriage blessing so that these children may become your heirs and descendants, worthy to inherit the realm of the original kingship, the realm of liberation for all, and enter the heavenly nation of unity, the kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. And finally, your single-minded desire to fulfill the ideal of creation will be liberated. I report this in the name of the true parent. So we can see in this section 5 that this is a prayer. The Father is beseeching God to enable us to succeed, and that we really do inherit and succeed in creating this nation. And yes, Chongulguk at the moment is a nation with people, and it's a nation with sovereignty, but it doesn't have land as yet. And we know that our brothers and sisters in Korea are earnestly doing their best to unite Korea, but also focusing on the Gapyeong area, so that at least this becomes the city of God on earth. And as we listen to the Chongsim-won reports, we can see that this Gapyeong area is step by step becoming that unified city or area or capital city, as it's been called, so that it can really be the seed for the unity of all Korea. So this is really an amazing time that we're in, and we are in this period, and we are blessed. And so continuing, you blessed members are now like the fruit. Your marriage blessing has been recorded in the heavenly nation. You have registered your birth in that nation, as true parents did. Hence, you can now advance to the position of true parents, direct sons and daughters, become complete seeds, and bear the fruit of the heavenly nation wherever you go. Therefore, you are now the owners of Chongulguk. Due to the fall of Adam and Eve, human beings today are fallen on every level, from the individual to the family, tribe, people, nation, and world. Even so, true parents set all the conditions necessary to reach the level that even Jesus was not able to reach. Now that you are registered in the heavenly nation and have recorded your marriage blessing in that nation, you, like true parents, can inherit everything from God. So we need to recognize, our amazing position of being blessed families. We have done what Jesus desired. we have done actually what Adam and Eve desired, but they jumped the gun and didn't realize because of being tricked that they needed to wait. But we know the truth. We have received the blessing, and we can be like true parents. And so we stand in that same position. Continuing, since the time has arrived when you can stand in the same position as the true parents, if you are able to move the United Nations, then wherever you go, you will be able to enter the heavenly kingdom. I'm not talking about the formation level heavenly kingdom or the growth level heavenly kingdom. We are now in the era when we can go beyond those. This means that even apart from God and true parents, you yourselves have been given authority as the fruit of the tree olive trees to engraft others and transform them into perfect seeds. This is why you can claim to be the owners of Chongalguk. The heavenly nation that was vacant for thousands of years can now be filled with citizens. The first generation, the second generation, and on for thousands of generations. With the emergence of the true ancestors, the first, second, and succeeding generations can emerge and continue forever. This is quite an astounding statement. You know, we're looking at this occurrence right now, you know, where the first and second generations are working together, and particularly the second generation going out as heavenly Top Gun missionaries and working. And so to bring about, you know, true mother's love, you know, to everyone, and essentially, you know, bring them to the blessing so that they can enter kingdom of heaven, Chongalguk, as families. And so, you know, with the, you know, the formula course that Mother has started, you know, with the heavenly Top Gun missionaries, you know, with the missionaries going out and now going out for longer periods of time, 1 year, 2 years, and now even opening up the training so that not only just Korea and Japan, where the second gen took on this amazing task of becoming pure water pouring upon the earth and raising people you know, to heaven. We now have this opportunity for members around the world and here in Asia Pacific, you know, people from Philippines and Thailand, you know, can join the Heavenly Top Gun missionary training and become the same, and not just open to second and third gen, but also first gen, you know, young people of this age, because, you know, as the victories of our true parents and blessed families, you know, expand, then the merit of the age is expanding, where young people of purity, whether they're first or second, can emerge and you know, become owners of Chongalguk themselves, and therefore, you know, help others, you know, enter Chongalguk. So this is an amazing time we're in, and it's amazing that we're able to be blessed families, and that, you know, of course, we know we have limitations, but we need to also accept that we are in the position of true parents because of the gift given to us from God and true parents. And so that's why it says, this means that even apart from God and true parents, you yourselves have been given authority as the fruit of the true olive trees to engraft others and transform them into perfect seeds. This is why you can claim to be owners of Chongalguk. So we can claim to be owners of Chongalguk because we've been given the authority, and we need to exercise that authority and appreciate it and recognize that, wow, I'm blessed and I have the authority. And because of the victories of our true parents and the perseverance of our heavenly parent, we're blessed, and therefore we've been given the right to help others. And when we say transform them into perfect seeds, it means to help guide them through the formation, growth, and completion stages so that they stand as owners of Chongalguk themselves. The heavenly nation that was vacant for thousands of years can now be filled with citizens of the first generation, the second generation, and on for thousands of generations. With the emergence of the true human ancestors, the first, second, and succeeding generations can emerge and continue forever. So all the generations are returning back to their origin. We're all citizens of Chongalguk. We're all blessed. We're all part of God's lineage. And we've all been given the authority to help everyone enter Chongalguk. So continuing. As blessed central families and owners of Chongalguk, you are now liberated from the providence of salvation. Therefore, you can represent the true parents and walk the path for the will even without God's help. You will no longer need to pray for divine assistance. You are called owners of Chongalguk because you stand in a position equal to true parents. Wow. And this is really helping us to appreciate the blessing we've been given. Wow, we're really at a point where we can do even without God's help, because we've been given God's authority. If we've been given God's authority, why do we have to ask for God's help to do something? We can just do it with the authority of God. I mean, that's the point of oneness. So that's the thing of the blessing. We need to recognize that we have that oneness, that lineage connection to God directly. So we're no longer in the providence of salvation where we're trying to bring everything back to the starting point where Adam and Eve fell. We've moved on. We're at the top of the completion stage. We're at the point of oneness with our true parents, with our heavenly parent. And so we can do even without God's help. And of course, when you're one with God and one with true parents, then of course our actions are totally the same. What we do is what God does. And so we need to always recognize that standard. You'll no longer need to pray for divine assistance. We just need to actualize it because it's being given to us. And we know the truth. We don't need to go around in circles saying, well, what am I doing? We just do, and that doing is creating a perfect seed, which is enabling someone to be blessed, and so that they can be citizens of Chongalguk. You are called owners of Chongalguk because you stand in a position equal to true parents. Thus, henceforth, even if we leave you alone and do not help you, you should be able to build the kingdom of heaven. As we, the true parents, have been building it, You should do the same. You need to recover your nation and even the world by spreading the marriage blessing. In so doing, you need to overcome the challenge of connecting them to the realm of resurrection and the realm of eternal life. We already overcame all the challenges on every level. As true parents' children, you are assuredly one and the same fruit as us, a fruit that is manifesting as the owners of Chongalgu. Since we have sown our seeds in your families, you naturally will be able to give birth to members of the royal family and thus build the kingdom. This is why, without a doubt, you are owners of Chongalgu. So this Chongalguk that we're entering in the opening of the Chongal Sanctum, this is our home. And so we need to open the gates so everyone can join our home. Just trying to see. Oh, yeah, that's the end of it there. So just that last bit, because time's getting on. So as true parents, you are assuredly one and the same fruit as us. That's an amazing statement. Yeah. So much of here is just saying, hey, accept your value. As a blessed family, you are the same as us. I mean, that's like reminds me of the Bible verse, I am in the Father and the Father is in me, and you can also be one with us. Even Jesus was saying the same thing, this oneness, this connection, but Jesus was unable to bring it to fruition, that is to create the true parents and then bless them. And that's why, as we know, his return is the marriage of the Lamb, and then that's what our true parents realized and fulfilled, and therefore realize, not only God's dream, but Jesus's dream as well. So continuing, number 8 there, the blessing you are now receiving is your registration in Chongalguk. It is only because the word registration is included that this blessing makes you citizens of Chongalguk. Since you fell away from the heavenly nation, you must return to it. That is what is achieved through the registration marriage blessing. Through it, everything can be fundamentally resolved. So, and I'm sure we remember that registration blessing, and we remember how vital to God's providence, because the past is gone. In fact, the past is not gone. The past has been absorbed and brought to fruition. And so all the levels combined into one. And so we stand on the success of the first Israel, the success of the second Israel, and the success of the third Israel. And then we've created the citizens of Chongalguk. And that this registration blessing that we took, gave us the authority, of owners of Chongalguk. So this last part, before I end, this number 9. This is the time for all to register. It is the time to simultaneously reconnect everything that was divided, the East and the West, heaven and earth, up and down, right and left, parents and children, man and woman and siblings. It is the time when everyone can be born again by connecting to true parents' lineage through the blessing. Even families that lived several thousand years ago can be reborn and registered. They are not reborn by their stepfather and stepmother, but by their direct father and direct mother. Once they are reborn, they can enter the heavenly world that has been vacant and fill it all at once. However, in order to make this happen, you need to reach the standard that you love your enemies as your own brothers and sisters, because God and true parents love them, and want you to love them on their behalf. Unless you can stand in that position, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. So this is always our responsibility to love, not to complain about people, not to point fingers or judge, but just to love. And we have been given God's authority, and God is expecting us to carry out his authority. But that means carrying out his love and to be able to truly love our enemies so that we do not have any more enemies. And that's really everything. So I'll finish there. So thank you. I know I took up the time. I did that intentionally because I know everyone's tired, and it's good that you are here, and I hope you could gain something and recognize that you are the same as true parents. So thank you, and I hope everyone has a great day. If there's anyone want to mention something, they can. Yes, Mr. Ryan, go ahead.
Thank you. Yesterday, this morning, and yesterday, night vigil, I think they reported about Christianity in Korea. I think compared to Japan, Christianity did not reach to Korea. So Korea is located east side of the China, and did not send missionary to Korea. I think a lot of Korean people went to China and connected, become I think Catholic, and back to Korea. That's kind of history. But I think after that, so many people, Christian people, are killed. Incredible, that kind of history. And especially yesterday mentioned, I think, Methodist, end of 1990, 120 years ago. Then that young, I think, missionary, before go to Korea, left letter to their parents and incredible dedication to their dedication. And but after went to Korea, I think also she was together with other, I think, Christian people are killed, murdered. She was just 25 years old, and such history. Then today it's incredible reading, says we are the fruit of the providence, and we are aware or not, we are recorded in the heavenly nation, and also registers, and also that we are equal to true something. And but all of the behind, just we received it's Christian history. They are incredible, I think, sacrificed. I think so many, 2,000 years. That is a base. Also before, I think so many sacrificed many people. So we are standing, I think, represent of the past and also present, and I think we for the future. And thank you so much. I think it's maybe today Daniel will forget to send you, who can do from Melbourne, and thank you for your cover as usual. Thank you so much.
That's all right. So thank you everyone. And yeah, let's offer our unison prayer. I'll just bring up the screen. Okay, yes. So let's pray together. Thank you. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great day and see you all again.